Joseph-san, welcome back to the vlog. Currently arrived, what port is this? San Jose, Guatemala to load molasses. We're in the forward station, we're going to be dropping anchor in a little bit. The entire idea is going to be having 2 anchors on the forward and we're going to have mooring ropes on the aft. This is a buoy mooring system, we're not going to a jetty. And molasses is one of those cargoes that is loaded like you load on bulk carriers via draft serve. So it's not a real chemical operation, so it's going to be a little hectic, but we'll see how it goes. Hi, we are currently in the port of San Jose in Guatemala. It is super bright. We did the draft survey yesterday and started loading molasses. Molasses is a really special cargo. It's basically like molten sugar. And this cargo is going to be used by Bacardi, who is the charterer for the cargo. So it is pretty cool, actually, if you think about it. Yeah, we have started another episode of Life on a Cargo Ship. This is what the port looks like. We're actually at an SBM. We have 2 anchors ahead. You guys saw the anchoring. I was at the anchor stations. That's what this video started with. And we have spider mooring at the back. So it's like a big mix of mooring arrangements over here. We're basically not on a jetty. We're just outside the port and in the water, and we're loading molasses from a hose that comes out of the water. So yeah, it's a big mix of everything that's happening. From here, we're going to be heading to the Panama Canal, where the captain's going to be signing off most probably. And then we're going to be heading to St. Croix, which is a US Virgin Island, which is where we're going to be discharging the molasses. So the voyage continues. It is currently January 2025, and I should be getting off sometime in the starting of March 2025. That's when this vlog is going to end. This is episode 4, so stay tuned. It'll be a long one. Finally departing Guatemala, picking up anchors. We were at SBM, as you guys saw, so okay, you guys, we literally just sailed out of San Jose. Tough cargo operation. It was loading molasses, like loading dry bulk cargo on a tanker ship, which is really, really confusing. So yeah, definitely difficult, but we got the job done. So Panama Canal in 2 days, we started heating the cargo, started recirculating the cargo. Everything looks good. So I'm going to keep you guys posted and the vlog continues. Okay, hi, hello. It's officially the 19th of January. I'm currently heading to the Panama Canal. We should be there tomorrow on the 20th. Once we get to the Panama Canal, we're going to have an auditor who's going to come on board. We're also going to pick up a bunch of stores in Panama because we've ordered so many spare parts for this ship. But considering the ship was new, the office also took a little bit of time to be able to gather the spare parts. And then we crossed the Pacific, and South America is not the most convenient place for logistics, especially when your companies are all the way in Asia, and also the price differences and everything comes into play. So stores are going to be coming there, provisions are going to be coming there. That auditor is also going to sail with us from Panama to St. Croix, which is in the US Virgin Islands. and that's where we have our US Coast Guard inspection. So we're crossing the Panama Canal for like the 4th or 5th time in the last 3 years. Should be pretty exciting. This is basically an update. Today's Sunday. I gave the guys a little bit of rest. We did drills yesterday. Not the best performance. We have to do drills regularly for the safety of the vessel, and also because we have the US Coast Guard inspection coming up in St. Croix. You basically can't enter a US port for the first time without passing the Coast Guard inspection. Like, they have to be able to be sure that your ship is safe and everyone on board is trained and the competency levels are high. So practice is going to continue. We're doing a tabletop training today in the evening on the bridge in my watch at 4 o'clock, where I'm going to just give a briefing to the crew, and after that, that's basically it. Normal watches, tomorrow back to drills and Panama arrival. So stay tuned, the vlog continues. Okay, just took a shower. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're reaching Panama today. We'll be the anchorage of Panama for about 24 hours, after which we're going to be transiting the canal tomorrow, which is the 21st of January. We have an auditor, like I told you guys, coming on board, and we also have a bunch of stores and everything lined up for today, so it's going to be a pretty hectic evening session, but then to have a night anchorage, which is pretty nice. As you guys can see, it is a warm, tropical day, you guys. It's absolutely beautiful. I just got to my room. I've been on watch since 4 a.m., so I just got to my room, catching up with a couple of YouTube videos that I downloaded offline. And yeah, that's basically that. I hope you guys are enjoying episode 4 of Life on a Cargo Ship. Vlog continues. Officially time to welcome all of y'all to, once again, Panama. Alright, this is definitely a lot of fun. Abner, you having fun?
Yes, sir.
First time in Panama? What did you learn today?
I learned these two locomotives used to go...
2 locomotives
Yeah.
to bring us to the entire canal. And it's very easy compared to normal mooring, correct? Alright, perfect. So yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. People are entering Panama for the first time. It's also the maiden transit for this vessel in the Panama Canal, which is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Panama Canal is an iconic spot for all of us to be transiting as seafarers. It is an architectural marvel, and it's a true privilege to be able to be here. I'm not gonna lie, I love the navigation aspect of ships, but being out here on deck, being able to document this beautiful moment is something else. The last time I was on deck for a Panama Canal transit, I was actually a cadet, so it was a while back. Okay, as you guys can see, we have locomotives on both sides. These are these little tractors that basically bring the ship in, basically transiting the entire canal like this. The gate's going to close, these tractors are going to bring us in, we're going to rise on the water level, and that's basically it. Once the water changes, we're going to be moving on from one point to another point. Abner's on the other side, and yeah, so far so good. Currently waiting to enter the first log gate. Should be a lot of action when we get in there, but right now we don't really have much to do, so just chilling on deck. SIM cards are working, so that's a plus. Have you passed Panama before?
No,
Never.
this is my first time.
First time?
Yeah.
No worries.
First time in America.
First time in America?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna be
Going
fun.
Virgin Island.
Turn off Isha.
Okay.
I'm a whirling dervish, I always twirl on purpose. I'm so surface level, don't you look behind the curtains. I'm nervous like I'm Nelly, Kelly's so evil, he not a person. What a good one consist of, I'm probably not as perfect. It's probably not in my bloodline, my faith lies as far as my fault is allowed. But 2002 where I land, I choose to be an island. I choose to pick up my plans till they all seem folly. But I guess I change that present to the past tense. Like Paps was a bastard, flabbergasted. Pap has a running pattern, polish blotted, nothing matters. Trying to love an ugly dancer, I am part generation violence, part of the nation, not hiding from it all till it all become blinding kite. Fly across the sky till the blue turn violent, mock the.
Okay, so we're finally going into the port of St. Croix this morning. Molasses discharge, US Coast Guard inspection, all of the action's gonna happen today, so it's gonna be a pretty hectic day. Let's see how this goes.
You stand and make that face, think life is made of serious words. I don't need to go your way. You stand and make that face, think life is made of serious words. This might be a bowl of self-belief. No need for boating schools to tell me peace is fine. I find my own ground, crashing my own reef. No beef, all peace. Nah, fuck that, bang bang, ski ski. You show the counts down. Clown caught up in his own heat. It's a lesson where you learn to shut the demons up. Nah, I'm
Okay, I know I haven't picked up the camera in a couple of days, so you've missed a bunch of action. What actually happened is we crossed the Panama Canal. That's the last thing you guys saw. After we left the Panama Canal, we reached the port of St. Croix, which was a US Virgin Island, and it was something else of an experience altogether because we had the US Coast Guard inspection there. Obviously, I couldn't pick up my camera during the Coast Guard inspection because these inspections are pretty critical, and if they see you with a camera, they can literally throw your ship out of the port, so didn't end up vlogging. Good news is that we cleared the US Coast Guard inspection without any deficiencies whatsoever. So company's happy. Obviously, I'm happy. The team performed really well. After Panama, we did a bunch of different drills. That really paid off. So obviously, when you have such situations, everything gets better. Everything feels better. Enter the port of St. Croix. Discharge molasses. 6,000 tons of it in 35 hours. Normally, as for the surveyor and the loading master, ships normally take 60 to 70 hours to discharge that quantity of molasses that we had on board, but we pumped it out in 35 record hours, which is one of the fastest molasses discharge operations in a very long time, specifically in that port. Now sailing from St. Croix, we left St. Croix this morning and we're heading to Puerto Rico, to the port of Ponce, which is going to be tomorrow morning. Less than a 24-hour voyage. We actually left St. Croix this afternoon. I've barely slept. I've barely had time to pick up my camera. But here's a quick update of everything that's been happening. So we're going to arrive tomorrow. We're going to get the day to start molasses, stabilize, and day after morning, our wetting inspector is going to be boarding the ship to do another SIRE 2.0 inspection. This is literally the fourth SIRE inspection on this ship from the month of October to the month of January. It's currently the end of Jan 2025. It is going to be hectic. If we don't pass the inspection or we get remarks that are not acceptable by the charterers in the inspection, then we lose the cargo. So that's not always nice. I mean, no pressure or anything, right? But that's basically that. Okay, unpopular opinion, but wetting inspections suck. At the end of the day, they're carried out by oil majors. So oil majors need to start trusting their ships a lot more because a lot of times in wetting inspections, you, oil majors, who plan these inspections are pretty much putting your seafarers' entire days at work into jeopardy. You're making people work overtime. You don't have so many people on board ships, and you're also increasing the fatigue and stress levels for all your seafarers. And it's not like your tanker operations, gas tanker operations, chemical tanker operations are easier now. They're pretty damn tough. I think it's a very redundant way for our industry to actually check on how good or bad a ship actually is. You can look at my face right now, I'm exhausted with it. We're in this beautiful port and I cannot even step out for 10 minutes because I have wetting inspection today and wetting inspection tomorrow. 2 wetting inspections in the same port. That's just the way the maritime industry is, and hoping that we clear all our inspections at times so that nobody can point any fingers at us. Oops. Okay, we finally finished discharging molasses a couple of hours ago. Not gonna lie, it's been a crazy 2 days. You guys can see my eyes right now. I'm absolutely spent. The cargo superintendent came on board to help us. It was actually good. Great learning experience. Definitely not the most fun cargo in the world to load, but somehow we managed. We have the night off. Oh yeah, I picked up the new G-Shock. This is the new H6500, which is like a really good smart G-Shock, which connects to my Android phone. So when I'm using my Android on board, it's the G-Shock, and otherwise I use my Apple Watch Ultra. Can't really wear an Apple Watch on deck, so G-Shock, considering it's explosion proof, is a lot better. We're going to be sailing out tomorrow morning from here. Got to start cleaning molasses tanks, and we're going to be going to the US Gulf, which is the Gulf of Mexico, 4 loading ports in America, multiple parcels, and discharging in Brazil. And I'm going to be getting off in Brazil, and that's why you can see, even though I'm super tired, I'm super pumped because last voyage for me, last 1 month for me. So here we go. Okay, tank cleaning has officially gone done. The wall wash tests were a little tricky. Hopefully they'll be fine, because every time I take a reading on the spectrometer, the readings change in decimal values. That is a little bit of a concern. But we are officially arriving tomorrow night, so we decided to go ahead with our last readings on the spectrometer and just take them as the final readings. They are within the specified limits, but it can get extremely, extremely difficult if the readings keep changing all the time. So it's always a waiting game to see if you actually pass the final wall wash test. First port is Port Arthur, after which we go to Houston, then we go to Gretna and the Mississippi River, Pascagoula, and then Brazil. Hoping that everything goes well with the wall wash tests. Keep you posted. Okay, not gonna lie, the wall wash cleaning is taking longer than it should. We dropped the hydrocarbons considerably, but there's still a little bit left to go. So doing another recirculation. Let's see how it goes. This is day 2 of tank cleaning. I've barely slept. Wall wash testing 101. Are you having fun, Joseph? You hope we pass? I hope. You know we'll pass. Now that's confidence, you guys. That is hell power confidence. On chemical tankers, this is the main reason people don't like tank cleaning, because wall wash cleaning is very critical. You have to clean your tanks, then you have to analyze your bulkheads, that's the walls of your tank, to ensure they have reached the cleanliness standard. And if you don't pass the analysis, you wash again. So it's like a repetitive looping process. So that's basically what's going on right now. Responsible for this shit. So wall wash cleaning in progress. We have 3 days before we arrive at the port, which is actually a good amount of time. So I think we should be ready. All goes well. It's only 2 wall wash tanks, and all the other tanks are water white standard, which is just standard cleaning. So hopefully all goes well. We'll keep you guys posted. Tank cleaning 101. Testing just got done. We are now on the 10th of February. Tonight is when we arrive Port Arthur at around midnight, actually, 11th of February. We don't know if this is going to be working on arrival or not, but as you guys can see, it's been a crazy few days, 4 days of continuous tank cleaning. As of now, at this moment, everything's gone really, really well. I just woke up, finally got a whole night worth of rest, and that's basically that. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been vlogging much. That's because we got out of Port Arthur, which was the first loading port, and loaded a bunch of lube oils over there. We did our wall wash test, reached Houston last night at 11 o'clock. Came into Bolivar Road's anchorage, which is the inner anchorage here at Houston. Ended up doing our wall wash tests around midnight with the surveyor. It is currently the next day. It is 17:15 in the afternoon, and the test results still haven't come. We're expected to be berthing tonight, but if the test results don't come and we don't pass our wall wash, it's going to be a big shit show for all of us, and it's been stress. So I just haven't had the presence of mind to pick up the camera. I've been waiting the entire day for the wall wash results. One of the most difficult tank cleanings after molasses to wall wash cargoes. Our storage plan has been changing continuously. We were supposed to have 6 US ports, but then they kept changing the cargoes right up to the point that I was actually loading in Port Arthur. I was still making an updated storage plan because they changed the cargoes all over again. They gave us less than 24 hours to prepare for wall wash. It's super cold in Houston amidst other things that's actually happening. But yeah, I'm going to keep you guys posted. If the wall wash results come well, which I hope they do, we're going to be berthing in the port of Houston tonight. So that's basically that. Keep you guys posted. Let's see how this goes. Hexine's a pretty sensitive cargo, so that is something that we do worry about over here. But in the meantime, look at that, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Joseph, are you excited about Hexine? Joseph's not very excited about it, but yeah, it is a sensitive cargo. It is something that is concerning all of us. But once we load it, we're going to be in a good space. Hopefully we can get out of Houston, one less port in America. That leaves us with 2 more ports, and then we're going to head to Brazil, which is where I'm going to get off this ship. Okay, hi, it's another day. We have officially passed our wall wash tests. Like I guys told you, we're still anchored at the inner Bolivar Road's anchorage at Houston. It is a super warm day today compared to the other days. I mean, technically, temperatures outside are like 9 degrees, but the sun's out, so it's relatively warmer. It was gloomy and foggy for the last 48 hours. We had a lot of trouble ventilating our tanks. So yeah, it's not been fun on that front, but so far so good. Everything's worked out. We should be berthing tomorrow morning to load Hexine, which is our first cargo, and we're going to see how it goes. Are these the new Samsung Galaxy Buds 3? Are you happy with them? Are they cool? I'm not gonna lie, they do look like AirPods, but that's cool. It's a winning combination. No, they're not. Berthing tomorrow morning. A little bit of YouTube content. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. We got really lucky here in Houston. We were supposed to berth like 2 days ago, but we haven't. Then the weather dropped down, and then we came out to anchor. And then after we anchored, we were supposed to berth this morning. But then Stolt Tanker, I'm sure you guys know what Stolt Tankers is, one of the world's biggest chemical owners. They got priority over us because bigger owner, bigger charter, bigger operators. Their cargo got priority over us. So now we're going to be getting out tomorrow. The earliest we're going to be going into the berth is tomorrow. So it's already been 4 days of anchor. This is the longest anchor I have gotten 2 long ass contracts, which is really cool. Just showered. It is currently 15:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna go check the mails in CCR. I have watch on the bridge at 4 o'clock and watch from 4 to 8 this evening. Come back, crash, and tomorrow morning we're hitting the port to load Hexine. So let's see how it's going. We got out of Houston. We loaded the cargo successfully. Wall wash went super well. Really, really good. Currently heading to our next port, which is actually this port called Gretna in the Mississippi River. It's very close to New Orleans. Actually, it's kind of in the jurisdiction of New Orleans, but it's a separate port. So we're going to be going there. We left Houston this morning. It's been a hectic day. I was awake for over 24 hours while we were in Houston because it was wall wash cargo. So you're always on your toes, making sure that you pass all your samples, first foot, final sample analysis, all of that stuff. Did everything. Worked out really, really well. Left the port early in the morning, slept for a little bit, went on the bridge at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to relieve the boys. Tomorrow we arrive New Orleans and I'm not going to have time to go on the bridge because if I go on the bridge and we do the entire Mississippi channeling, once we arrive port, I'm going to be awake again for numerous hours, which is really bad for my rest hours, so I don't go on the bridge the day we arrive in port. Now, amid the other cool shit that I bought, I happened to pick this up in the port of Houston as well. This is the DJI Mic Mini, and guys, this is absolutely game-changing. I actually haven't tested it, but we're going to right now. You open up the case. On the inside, you have your DJI mic. Essentially, it just sits in there. It sits in this little tiny carry case. Guys, it is so small. The whole mic with the case fits in my hand. Now, 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, and the receiver can plug into a camera and can also plug into your smartphones, which is really amazing. And these are the mini mics. Essentially, you charge the case like you do for your AirPods or your wireless earbuds, and it charges the transmitters and the receiver on the inside. Super well built, not gonna lie. Super convenient. We should do a quick test though. Okay, I'm currently filming this with the DJI Mic Mini. The transmitter is plugged into my iPhone and the receiver is magnetized on my shirt. Super discreet, super nice. Let me know what you guys think of the audio quality. iPhone 16 regular with the DJI Mic Mini. This is going to be the new setup for the YouTube channel, so I hope you guys are pumped, because I am hella pumped about the audio quality and how well it's going to improve in the near future. Okay, so pilot just came on board. We are currently entering the Mississippi River. It's going to be full action over the next 24 hours, so enjoy the vlog. We got in this morning and we did the tank inspections. The tanks passed, but then when we were doing the line sampling, there was a little bit of moisture that was found in one of the tanks. Now, we weren't sure if it was moisture from our lines or moisture from the cargo that came from the shore. There was a lot of running around, and eventually we realized that our tank line was actually dry, but the moisture was on the cargo coming from the shore. And the surveyors verified all of this, and somehow it all settled down. The cargo was resampled, changed the shore tank, and we're getting good product now on both the vessels. We have currently started loading. We're loading 5 parcels, and they're all ship stops, which is not ideal, but let's see how this goes. We're currently in the Mississippi River, and it's been raining non-stop, you guys, non-stop. So yeah, it's quite an experience. Just take it as it comes. A couple of days more. I haven't slept since before we got in last night. It is currently 3 o'clock in the afternoon today, so it's almost 24 hours, but it is what it is. Okay, so we just got done loading over here in Gretna. We loaded a bunch of different cargoes. Everything worked out pretty well, touch wood. Pascagoula next, that's our last US port. Currently like 18:30 in the evening here. We've been here for 2.5 days loading multiple parcels of cargo, start, stop, samples, testing, all of that stuff. It was pretty hectic, which is why I haven't been able to vlog that much. I'm gonna get out of here with the pilot at 2100, sail out tonight, and we're gonna reach Pascagoula tomorrow at 3 in the afternoon. So it's a really short voyage. As you guys can see, I am all over the place right now with my sleep, but I'm going to take some rest right now and the vlog continues. Actually just got out of the shower, which is why my hair looks absolutely terrible right now. Cargo loading is still in progress. Figured I'd come and take some rest, watch some YouTube while my eSIM on my S25 is working good. So yeah, I got a pretty good eSIM on this. Basically the only way to go for Seafarers now. Also got a MagSafe case for the S25, which basically means all my MagSafe accessories now work with my Android as well as my iPhone. So that is pretty damn cool. Hair's a mess. Just gotta suit up and it's got to clean up a little bit, but yeah, cargo should be done by like 2 o'clock in the morning tonight. I have ordered myself a brand new GAN charger. A couple of crew went ashore, so I'm pretty excited about that. The Anchor Nano GAN chargers, which are supposed to be top of the line, and we are in the US, so tech galore, guys, tech galore. It is actually a beautiful evening today. Pagoda is absolutely gorgeous.